Do you read me? We've discovered a new teleport point while exploring Lucille. It leads outside of Lucille to what we believe may be some kind of resurgent arc space. Even the Lucilleans were unaware of its existence. A small elite squad of Arcs defenders will explore the site. Your presence on the research team has been requested. This will be a challenging assignment. Please head out as soon as you are ready. Thank you as always.
Thanks for coming. We were having a normal conversation with her when all of a sudden something changed. Out of the blue, she told us that she wanted the three of you here.
You have arrived. I am Zephetto. Allow me to borrow this body for a moment.
Zephetto?
What's going on?
I need you to listen to what I have to say. I am unable to move from my current location. I doubt that I'll be able to extricate myself from this situation on my own. Therefore, you three, I will need your help to get out of here. I'll send you the location now.
Wait a minute. Is it really you?
It is.
What happened after we fought in the seal? And what do you mean you can't move? And also, how are you doing this to Feria?
I have the ability to control Feria's nervous system to some extent.
Control her?
Oh, but she's still conscious throughout. Isn't that right, Feria? Say hello. Yes, I'm here, Zephetto.
I guess that's a relief.
I'll answer the rest of your questions once we are face to face. I've just reminded Feria how to get here. Manon, Feria, Aina, and you, 909. I want just the four of you. I'll be waiting.
Zephetto?
Zephetto is no longer present inside my mind.
It's always a one-sided conversation with him.
You okay, Feria? Everything feel alright?
Yes, I'm fine.
That's good.
It's just like him to reappear like this.
That was Zephetto. He would take over another person's body just to communicate? No. This is no time to sit around stunned. Let's compose ourselves and take a look at the situation.
Good call.
Interesting. And that's where Zephetto is?
So he says.
Yes, the one we found in Lucille. We've been referring to it as the Nameless City.
Zephetto should be in the lower level.
And I imagine you know just how to get there, Feria.
Yes, I can take you there now if you would like.
But why would he ask for just the 4 of them?
I couldn't say for certain, but we do know they've all met him face to face, meaning he has some connection to each of them. Or at least, that's my guess.
I've been so curious about that place since we found it. I wish I could go with them.
You must not.
Huh?
You have an important role to play in completing the weapon.
What weapon?
Well, it's still too early to get excited, but I've been working on a little something to fight the Starless with. Feria and the others have been helping out.
If we both go, development will come to a complete halt.
I guess you're right. I'll stay right here and keep working. But you better promise to let me know if you see any cool new tech in there. Okay?
Of course I will.
You two make quite the pair. You know that?
Well, they clearly hit it off while I was working on my Halpha investigation.
In any case, it's clear that he just wants the 4 of you. I'm sure he's got something up his sleeve. But without more information, all we can do is just play along. It's going to be risky. Do you think you're up for it?
Yeah. Count me in.
Me too.
Thank you. I have a lot of questions I'd like to ask Zephedo myself. Not sure I'd ever stop if I started. Just be careful out there.
All right, move out.
We won't be able to come back for a while. Are you ready? We won't be able to come back for a while. Ready to go. Where's Feria?
She's over there.
Feria! Wait, what the?
Crawford said that I should be prepared, in case we have to fight.
That makes sense. But, wow.
You're too kind.
So, I was curious. How did it feel when Zephedo was controlling you?
I'm not sure how to describe it. It felt something like an out-of-body experience, like I was watching myself from outside.
What's up, Manon?
But why Feria?
Huh?
I mean, why did he choose to communicate with us through her?
I believe it is because I am Zephedo's backup.
His backup? But aren't you...
Correct. I am your backup. And apparently, I am also Zephedo's backup.
How are you so sure?
I was simply made aware of it when Zephedo's consciousness entered mine.
And so you're around in case anything should happen to him. Of course.
Yes, everything's fine. But I appreciate your concern. Thank you so much.
Wow. These buildings just go on forever. Every single one of them must have been full of people, right?
Yeah.
What was this place exactly?
It was once the center of Resurgent Ark's activity. This was the largest of its residential districts. And all of its other various districts branch out from here. That includes the underground facilities as well.
Did Zephedo tell you that too?
Yes, but in a fragmented way.
How did we manage to overlook a place as huge as this?
Because it's not actually on Halpha. I do not know the exact location, but I know we are in orbital space above Halpha.
What do you mean, space?
What she means is that where we are right now is way up high among the stars we see when we look up into the night sky from Halpha.
Huh?
But teleporters can only take us so far, so we can't be that far away, right?
Correct.
Still, one would think that Lucille's vast array of sensors would have detected it. Unless the exterior is being cloaked somehow to avoid detection. But why?
Do you have any idea what they're talking about? Really? Because I'm totally lost here.
Zephedo designed this place to be undetectable. Not just by people on Halpha, but by us too.
Which must mean he was hiding something, right?
Right. Or at least, I assume so. Feria, do you happen to know anything about where we're going?
No. The only thing I know for certain is how to get to where Zephedo is. There is a simple map in my mind, but no details at all besides that.
Of course.
He wouldn't be leading us into a trap, right?
Your guess is as good as mine. But I think it's safe to say that we should be prepared for any eventuality.
Good call.
It would seem there's enemy readings ahead.
Seems so.
Trial start.
Enemies.
Cloners. They were designed to replicate enemies that Ark fought in the past. I understand the majority are genetically modified versions of existing species.
Zephedo modified them? We were only involved in Ark's and Paul's research, so we never seen information that didn't pertain to one of those two things.
Success. Trial start.
Were created using the modified genetic code clones. Every separate code. With the final version, things advanced. Then, we suddenly mutated and acquired powerful abilities.
Success.
As far as dolls, there's not much more to say about them.
We absolutely have to find some way to halt their production. Something has to be done about that.
These guys are here too?
Yes. Most of them are replicas of Falstone, arcs of ancient enemies. However, we were never able to locate a complete version of their genes, so we don't know how accurate these replicas actually are.
All spot.
Trial start.
I think we got them all. Let's keep moving. I just can't believe there's really nobody here.
Everyone left for Halpha in order to proceed with the experiment. The city's functions have been dormant for a long time. But some of them seem to have started up again in the very moment we set foot in here.
Then, what's with all the enemies?
They are likely the intruder defense system, though some may be malfunctioning training programs. Only Zephedo has the top-level security clearance required to do so, though I am unsure why he has not disabled them.
Do you know when they stopped using this place?
No, that has not been revealed to me.
I simply can't imagine everyone in this huge city left for Halpha and Lucille.
I have no information on that subject.
It seems as though Zephedo only reveals what's convenient for him.
Why don't we just ask him what we want to know? We'll see him soon enough, right?
True. Let's do that.
I know this song.
I believe you call it the Song of Morning.
Why is it?
It would play at the same exact time every day when I was in Lucille. I don't know why, but I have the feeling we played it for the same reason that it's sung in Retem.
Huh?
I remember that Zephedo mentioned that many lives were lost in the war against the Starlight. I have to imagine that the song was played in mourning for them. Perhaps it was played in Lucille so we would never forget. Do you have any insights into the song, Feria?
I do not. No. However, I think you are probably correct.
So, this song was played both here and in the seal. Maybe it's Zephedo's way of expressing his emotions.
Trial start. Success! Trial start. Success!
Our objective is just up ahead.
Clear these guys out first.
Trial start.
Let's proceed.
Can we really go down from here?
Yes.
What is this?
It's just like Lucille.
No, on the contrary. Lucille's design was based on this facility.
Feria. No, Zeffetto.
Follow me.
I've seen this place before, too. What are these?
The third generation ARC's production facility.
Is this where Meteorn come from?
It is. Allow me to tell you all about the ideal toward which we have been striving. ARCs. ARCs is a mighty force that made a name for itself in the Major War 1,000 years ago. It was through their efforts that the war was brought to an end. Their victory ushered in a long period of peace. Such an era had no need for a powerful fighting force, and ARCs was, in time, forgotten. However, it was the emergence of the Starless that made them relevant once more. We believed that we needed the same power as this ancient force in order to counter the external threat. Unfortunately, much of their history and knowledge was lost to the sands of time. All we were able to gather was some battle logs and genetic code here and there. One particularly valuable piece of genetic code came from an ARCS member in Cold Sleep.
Cold Sleep?
Are you saying you found one of these ancient warriors in a suspended state?
Yes. However, I regret to say we never ended up learning much about them.
What does that mean?
We couldn't start the thawing process. They were too heavily protected. So we put waking them aside and focused our efforts on more accessible things. Initially, we started by looking for photon-related genes in the genetic code we recovered. And we developed simulations based on the combat data we had available. So began our long, long experiment. The culmination of which is you, 909.
We get the idea. We have some questions.
Proceed.
What happened to all the people in the city?
Resurgent ARC started out with roughly 100,000 members. Nearly all of them were based out of here. The finest minds, all working towards ARC's grand reconstruction. At the time, we referred to the new ARCs as the first generation. There was one major difference between the first and subsequent generations. We spliced the old genetic material directly into the first experiment subjects.
You did what? Introducing a large amount of photonic code into the average person's body would...
Exactly. The average mind and body cannot handle the sudden influx. Their bodies rejected it, and most died. Even those who survived suffered changes that left them physically or mentally unfit to continue. A philosophical rift began to grow among the research staff. Vicious arguments would break out even erupting into violence on several occasions. Resistance grew. In the end, we were left with only 1/10 of our original staff. And half of those were lost to accidents during our experiments. But those who remained continued onward and began to construct Halpha. Their goal was to enhance those in the first generation that had adapted to the genetic code. I myself am a member of that first generation. My ability to transfer my consciousness was one of the things revealed during those experiments. Therefore, I've inhabited many different hosts over the years. I have continued my work of preparing for the Starless, still aware of the threat they pose. As a last surviving member of Resurgent Arcs.
You're the last one?
There is something else I'd like to show you.
What exactly is this?
The test subject inside of this pod is identification number 909.
What?
"909. Who are you, exactly? An error occurred when transcribing your genetic code to the 4th clone. The data did not match number 909's. 909 is in here, and yet here you are in front of us. Remember when I told you about the ARCS member in Cold Sleep? There is more to that story. In the course of developing our new ARCs, we made sure to be meticulously cautious regarding maintenance of their housing equipment. However, much of it came under attack during the conflicts over our research methods, and was destroyed. Or so I thought. If you could be... Are you telling me the truth? We appear to have caught the attention of the Starless. Our destination is just ahead. Destroy them.
There's still a lot more I need you to explain.
Focus on killing these first.
Understood.
Trial start.